At first glance, the South Africa 5 cents coin from 1965 may seem like just another small piece of metal, something you might pass by in a pocket or a drawer without a second thought. Its size is modest, its appearance simple, yet this coin carries a story, a history, and a value that far exceeds its everyday face. Coins like this are more than currency. They are tangible pieces of history, carrying the whispers of a nation's past, the artistry of its mint, and the potential to capture the imagination of collectors and enthusiasts alike. For anyone who loves coins, history, or rare collectibles, the South Africa 5 cents coin from 1965 represents a remarkable opportunity, not just for its historical context, but for the astonishing value it has shown in the market. The year 1965 was a significant period in South African history, a time when the country was undergoing changes both politically and economically. Coinage, often overlooked, becomes a reflection of a nation's culture and priorities. The 5 cents coin minted in this year represents a snapshot of South Africa's identity at that time. Its design is simple yet elegant, with attention to detail in every feature. The proportions, the engravings, and the choice of metal reflect a careful consideration by the mint, highlighting craftsmanship that is rarely appreciated outside of numismatic circles. Unlike coins produced in bulk today, coins from this era were made to last, with a focus on durability and clarity. Collectors know that condition is everything, and surviving examples of this coin in excellent condition are remarkably rare. The value of coins is not just determined by rarity, but by a combination of history, condition, and demand. The South Africa 5 cents coin from 1965 meets all three of these criteria. Its historical significance is clear. It is a coin produced during a period of transition and change. Its condition can vary dramatically depending on how it was handled over the decades, and this variance directly impacts its desirability. Uncirculated or near-perfect specimens can command prices that far surpass what one might expect for a coin that originally cost only a fraction of a rand. For collectors, the thrill is in finding that perfect example, the coin that has survived decades with minimal wear, preserving the sharpness of its details and the integrity of its design. What makes this coin even more fascinating is the story of how it was minted. Coins are not just stamped from metal. They are the result of a careful process that involves design, engraving, and mass production with incredible precision. Each 5 cents coin from 1965 was struck under strict quality controls, ensuring that the final product was both functional and aesthetically pleasing. Subtle variations in the die, slight differences in weight, and even the tiniest inconsistencies can make one coin far more valuable than another. For numismatists, discovering these variations is like uncovering a hidden treasure, and it's what keeps collectors coming back for decades. Over the years, the South Africa 5 cents coin from 1965 has become a symbol not just of the country's currency, but of the passion that drives the coin collecting community. Collectors do not just acquire coins. They seek to preserve history, to hold a piece of the past in their hands, and to tell a story that transcends generations. Each coin has its journey, from the mint to pockets, to drawers, and eventually to collections that cherish every detail. The value of this coin is measured not only in monetary terms, but in its ability to connect people with history. It is a conversation starter, an artifact, and for some, a key to financial opportunity. The market for rare coins has grown exponentially over the last few decades. Coins that were once considered ordinary have suddenly shot to the forefront of collector interest. Among these, the South Africa 5 cents coin from 1965 stands out. Its combination of historical significance, rarity and high-quality condition, and the fascination of collectors has driven demand steadily higher. Every year, more collectors and investors seek coins that are not just old, but historically meaningful, coins that tell a story and that have maintained their integrity over time. For those who understand numismatics, the allure of this coin is irresistible. Collectors know that timing is everything in the world of rare coins. A coin that is overlooked today can become the centerpiece of a collection tomorrow. Market trends, collector interest, and historical relevance all play a role in determining how valuable a coin becomes. The South Africa 5-cent coin from 1965 has survived decades of circulation and neglect, and yet its appeal continues to grow. Those who invest in such coins are not merely buying metal. They are investing in history, culture, and the rare chance to own something that very few others can. The design of the coin itself tells a story. Every element, from its size to the detail in its engraving, reflects a careful thought process by the mint. The metal composition ensures durability, while the visual elements capture a moment in time. Numismatists often study these coins for years, learning to recognize subtle differences that can significantly affect value. Even the smallest scratches or changes in coloration can make a coin less desirable, while coins that have survived in pristine condition become legends in the collecting community. Beyond the design, the rarity of the coin in high-grade condition is what truly drives its value. While millions of coins may have been minted in 1965, only a fraction have survived decades of handling without significant wear. These coins become highly sought after, as collectors compete to secure them for their collections. Auction houses and private sales have seen incredible interest in similar coins, with collectors willing to pay extraordinary sums for the chance to own a piece of history that is as beautiful as it is rare. The South Africa 5-cent coin from 1965 exemplifies the perfect combination of historical significance, scarcity, and collector demand. It is a coin that tells a story of a nation, a moment in time, and the enduring appeal of tangible history. Its small size belies its importance and potential, and for those who recognize its value, it represents a unique opportunity. The passion for coins like this is what drives the numismatic community forward, inspiring new collectors and reminding seasoned enthusiasts of why they began collecting in the first place. In the world of rare coins, surprises are always around the corner. What once seemed insignificant can suddenly become highly sought after, and the South Africa 5-cent coin from 1965 is no exception. Its market has grown steadily, fueled by collectors who understand the importance of preserving history, and by investors who see the potential for remarkable returns. Coins like this bridge the gap between past and present, between art and investment, between history and financial opportunity. As collectors continue to seek out coins that are not only rare, but historically meaningful. The South Africa 5-cent coin from 1965 continues to shine. It represents a tangible connection to a moment in time, a piece of South Africa's cultural and monetary history, and a symbol of the enduring appeal of coins. With each passing year, more people recognize its value, not just as currency, but as an artifact, a collectible, and a potential treasure. The story of this coin is not just about metal or minting. It is about people. Collectors, historians, and enthusiasts all come together through the shared appreciation of coins like this. Every sale, every auction, every discovery adds another layer to its story. Its journey from a common coin in circulation to a highly sought-after collectible reflects the power of history.
To most people, a coin this small would seem insignificant, almost forgettable, something that could slip between the fingers and vanish without anyone noticing. But sometimes the smallest objects carry the strongest stories, and the 1964 South Africa half-center is a perfect example of how history can hide in the quietest corners of the world. When you hold this coin in your hand, you're not just touching metal. You're touching the echoes of a nation, the artistry of an era, and the craftsmanship of minting traditions that shaped generations. Every mark, every detail, and every curve on this coin has a past, and that past is what makes collectors search for it with such fascination. The year 1964 was a moment of transition, tension, and transformation in South Africa's history. The country had just entered the early years of its republic period, and every symbol, every design choice, and every coin carried political, cultural, and economic meaning. This tiny half-cent was part of that story, circulating through hands that lived during a time of rapid change. While larger denominations often took the spotlight, this little piece of bronze quietly traveled through markets, shops, homes, and pockets, witnessing everyday life in a country undergoing dramatic shifts. And because it was so small and so commonly used, many were lost, worn down, or discarded over time, making well-preserved examples incredibly rare today. Look closely at the coin and you'll see how much attention was put into its design. The bronze surface glows with warm tones that deepen depending on how the light touches it. Its smooth edges frame the timeless details struck by the South African mint with precision. The reverse features the iconic coat of arms, a symbol meant to reflect unity, heritage, and identity. The intricate lines of the shield, the supporters, and the motto were crafted with a level of detail that becomes even more impressive when you remember just how small this coin really is. To engrave history onto such a limited canvas requires skill, patience, and pride in the craft. Many collectors love coins like this not because they are flashy, but because they represent authenticity. They show the humility of currency as it once was, before the world of digital money, before modern minting technology, when every coin required physical labor, careful inspection, and artistry by hand. A 1964 half-cent in excellent condition is not just rare. It's a survivor. It has endured decades of circulation, environmental wear, and the constant risk of being melted down or forgotten. Owning one is like owning a preserved chapter of the past. The obverse, featuring the symbolic elements of the nation, complements the reverse beautifully. The alignment, the depth of the strike, and the contrast between raised and flat surfaces all create a visual harmony that collectors admire. Over time, slight variations in tone can appear: reddish bronze, deeper brown, or even subtle golden highlights. These natural changes only add more character, making each surviving coin unique in its own way. When you study it closely, you might notice tiny marks that reveal its journey, faint scratches or soft patches where countless hands once held it. Each mark is a memory embedded into the metal. What fascinates enthusiasts even more is how a coin so small can command such large attention among collectors today. The half-cent denomination was discontinued long ago, meaning no more of these will ever be minted again. Every year, the number of surviving high-grade pieces shrinks as time gradually takes its toll. This natural scarcity is what turns a simple coin into a treasure. And when one surfaces in near-perfect condition, the collecting world takes notice instantly. Auctions, private collectors, museums, and investors all recognize that certain coins are not judged merely by their face value but by their rarity, their story, and their beauty. For many viewers, this coin becomes a symbol of how history hides where you least expect it. Something tiny enough to fall between floorboards or lie unnoticed in an old drawer for decades suddenly becomes a prized artifact. Its value today is not defined by its original purpose but by its significance, its preservation, and the emotions it evokes in those who appreciate numismatic art. It reminds us that history doesn't always announce itself with grand monuments or loud declarations. Sometimes it whispers from the edge of a small bronze surface, waiting for someone with curiosity and appreciation to listen. Collectors often say that a coin is more than metal. It is memory. It is culture. It is time captured in a form that can be held, examined, and cherished. The 1964 South Africa half-center is a perfect example of that idea. And while millions of people handled it without a second thought when it was in circulation, today it stands tall among the most intriguing and sought-after relics of its era. Its value has soared not because of what it once bought, but because of what it represents now. Rarity, resilience, and history preserved against the odds. A collector's eye is always drawn to objects that hold both history and presence, and the combination of a quarter-ounce South African 1980 coin with a Lincoln Memorial cent offers exactly that kind of layered fascination. When placed together, these two coins create an unexpected harmony between two nations, two minting traditions, and two eras that continue to captivate collectors around the world. The South African coin carries the unmistakable glow that only genuine gold can produce, a warm and enduring shine that has survived decades while preserving the artistry and detail of its original strike. Its surface reflects a time when craftsmanship and precision were at the heart of minting, when each curve and engraving held meaning, and every fraction of an ounce represented value both material and historical. Beside it, the Lincoln Memorial cent introduces a familiar sense of American identity, a coin recognized across generations not only for its iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln but also for the enduring symbolism of the memorial on its reverse. The cent, though small and humble in denomination, carries cultural weight. It has passed through countless hands, lived within the rhythm of American life, and captured a moment in history that remains instantly recognizable. When paired with the South African gold coin, it creates a contrast that draws the viewer closer, urging them to appreciate the subtle details within each piece. The South African 1980 gold coin, even in its quarter-ounce size, radiates a sense of permanence. The fine craftsmanship stands out in the clarity of its imagery, the balanced proportions, and the unmistakable feel of real value. Its gold content adds not just aesthetic appeal, but also a sense of lasting significance that makes it a favorite among serious collectors who honor the legacy behind each strike. It embodies strength, heritage, and the enduring allure of precious metal coins, qualities that continue to make pieces like this highly sought after. The Lincoln Memorial cent brings a different kind of charm. Its copper tone contrasts beautifully with the deep luster of the gold coin, creating an eye-catching pairing that appeals visually and historically. The cent's presence adds a grounding element, reminding viewers of everyday history and the countless stories carried by a coin well-loved by America. The design showcasing the Lincoln Memorial emphasizes themes of unity, perseverance, and national pride, symbolizing a nation's respect for leadership and its commitment to honoring legacy through its currency. Together, these two coins form a narrative that feels richer than the pieces alone. They speak of two continents, each telling a story shaped by time, politics, culture, and minting techniques unique to their regions. The combination invites viewers to appreciate not just the coins themselves, but the contrasting worlds they represent. This pairing is appealing not only to collectors seeking rare and meaningful items, but also to those who appreciate the artistry and symbolism embedded in coins that have survived across decades. What makes this combination especially captivating is the way the gold coin commands attention through its brilliance, while the Lincoln cent holds its own through sheer iconic recognition. One represents rarity and intrinsic value. The other represents heritage and the passage of time. Displayed together, they create a visually compelling set that captures interest immediately and invites viewers to explore deeper layers of meaning. The luster and craftsmanship of the South African coin draw the eyes first, and then the familiar profile of Lincoln and the architectural detail of the memorial pull the viewer further in. Collectors understand that coins are more than metal. They are witnesses of eras long past. The South African coin speaks to a time when precise gold minting was an art form perfected through generations. The Lincoln cent carries with it the memory of millions of daily exchanges, the reflection of people, places, and moments woven into the fabric of American history. Both coins, though different in value and origin, share a common trait. They are storytellers made of metal, carrying memories embedded into their surfaces. This pairing, brought together for its beauty and significance, becomes even more compelling when offered as a single presentation meant to be admired. It becomes not just a collectible set, but a conversation piece that naturally draws curiosity. Viewers are likely to be captivated by the contrast, the harmony, and the craftsmanship, making it a powerful display for anyone who values numismatic artistry. The price for this special combination stands at $23 million, reflecting not just the rarity but the unique appeal and narrative power these pieces hold as a united display. The 1947 South African one-quarter Lincoln Memorial cent coin is a remarkable piece of history that commands attention from collectors and investors alike. Each coin carries the weight of decades, a silent witness to the passage of time and the evolution of currency, craftsmanship, and artistry. Its origins in 1947 mark a unique period, bridging the gap between the immediate post-war era and the modern world. The design itself embodies precision and care, with every line and detail a reflection of the meticulous work of mint masters who ensured that each coin would endure for generations. This coin is more than a medium of exchange. It is a testament to human creativity, history, and enduring value. From the moment you hold this coin, the intricate details become evident. The Lincoln Memorial depiction, carefully etched into the surface, evokes a sense of reverence and respect for the legacy it represents. Every angle offers a glimpse into the past, revealing the care taken in every aspect of its production. The South African one-quarter denomination adds a unique layer of rarity, as few examples have survived in such remarkable condition. Collectors recognize that the survival of coins from this era is often limited, and those that retain their original luster and detail are exceedingly rare. The patina and tone of the coin reflect its age while preserving its distinct character, a combination that elevates it from mere currency to an invaluable collector's item. The history of this coin adds layers of intrigue and fascination. South Africa in the mid-20th century was undergoing changes, both politically and economically, and every coin minted during this period carries with it a story. Owning this coin is akin to holding a fragment of history in your hands. It is a tangible connection to a bygone era, a reminder of the craftsmanship and care of earlier times, and an opportunity to own a piece of the world's heritage. The combination of rarity, historical significance, and exceptional condition makes this coin one of the most desirable pieces for serious numismatists. Collectors are drawn not only to the coin's physical beauty, but also to its investment potential. Coins of this caliber do not merely retain their value over time. They often appreciate significantly. The 1947 South African one-quarter Lincoln Memorial cent coin exemplifies this principle, with its scarcity and impeccable preservation contributing to its extraordinary market value. For those who understand the coin market, the opportunity to acquire a piece of such rarity is both exciting and compelling. It is a symbol of prestige, a tangible asset, and an artifact of history, all rolled into one remarkable item. The appeal of this coin extends beyond traditional collectors. Investors seeking diversification and tangible assets often turn to rare coins for the stability and potential appreciation they offer. The intrinsic beauty, historical importance, and limited availability of this coin create a perfect storm of desirability. Every glance at its finely detailed surfaces reveals the care and artistry of its creation, reinforcing its status as both a collectible and an investment. Its provenance, condition, and historical context combine to make it a centerpiece for any collection or investment portfolio. Owning this coin is about more than possession. It is about connection. Each coin tells a story, invites reflection, and offers a link to a moment in history that is otherwise inaccessible. Its survival through decades of change and its continued preservation are testaments to its enduring appeal. Collectors and investors alike will recognize that items of this caliber are seldom available and that the opportunity to secure one is rare indeed. The combination of beauty, rarity, and historical significance ensures that this coin will remain a topic of admiration and discussion for years to come. The craftsmanship of the 1947 South African one-quarter Lincoln Memorial Cent coin is evident in every detail, from the precise contours of the memorial to the careful inscription of dates and denominations. It is not simply a coin. It is a miniature work of art, created to withstand the test of time. The attention to detail, the balance of design, and the quality of minting are all elements that contribute to its desirability. Collectors who understand the subtleties of grading and preservation will immediately recognize the exceptional nature of this coin. Its condition is not merely good. It is exemplary, reflecting a level of care and longevity that is increasingly rare in coins of this period. The significance of owning such a coin extends beyond its immediate aesthetic or monetary value. It represents a piece of the world's collective heritage, a marker of history, and a tangible connection to events and cultures of the past. The 1947 South African one-quarter Lincoln Memorial Cent coin embodies the intersection of history, artistry, and value. For those who seek items of distinction and rarity, this coin represents the pinnacle of what is possible in the world of collecting. Its allure is undeniable, and its presence in any collection immediately elevates the prestige and interest of the collection as a whole. With its rarity, exceptional condition, and historical significance, the 1947 South African one-quarter Lincoln Memorial Cent coin has achieved a remarkable valuation. It stands today as a symbol of extraordinary value and distinction, commanding a market price of $32 million. This is more than a coin. It is an investment, a work of art, and a tangible piece of history that will continue to captivate, inspire, and retain its significance for generations to come. In 1924, South Africa produced a 1 shilling coin that today represents far more than a piece of old currency. It is a witness to a young nation in transition, a preserved artifact from a time when the Union of South Africa had existed for barely more than a decade. When people speak of rare coins, they often refer to beauty, scarcity, or historical significance. But this particular coin carries a deeper story. It links past lives, forgotten trades, and changing eras into one small piece of silver that has survived long enough to command the fascination of collectors around the world. To understand why this coin captures so much interest, it helps to imagine the world of 1924. South Africa was shaping its identity while still influenced by the legacies of the Boer War and British rule. The minting of each coin was not just an economic act but a symbolic one, marking the presence of a developing nation trying to balance tradition and future ambitions. The 1 shilling piece was part of the everyday currency, passed from hand to hand, used in markets, shops, and small rural towns. It was a familiar companion in everyday life, yet very few examples survived in high condition because they were used so widely. The 1924 issue is especially admired for its intricate design. The crowned portrait of King George V reflects the era's formal style, a symbol of authority and stability. Around the portrait, the text is sharply cut, crafted with precision by mint workers who understood that even a coin meant for daily use deserved elegance. On the reverse side, the South African coat of arms stands proudly, framed by inscriptions in both English and Afrikaans. The dual-language presentation reveals a country negotiating its cultural identity, acknowledging the diversity of its people long before modern political change arrived. Collectors look for more than the date on the coin. They search for originality, detail, and condition. Many 1924 shillings show heavy wear, scratches, and fading from decades of circulation. Years of handling smooth the high points of the design and erase fine lines that once sparkled. A coin from this year that has retained most of its sharpness, luster, and structural strength becomes remarkable, not only for its appearance but for its survival. A well-preserved 1924 shilling feels almost like time has paused around it, guarding it against the long erosion that consumed so many others. Every scratch on an average coin hints at the countless lives it passed through, but an exceptionally well-preserved piece suggests that someone, somewhere, recognized its importance early on. Perhaps it was taken out of circulation and kept as a keepsake. Perhaps it was tucked away in a drawer or box where it stayed untouched. Whatever the story, preservation is rarely an accident. Rarity emerges when history decides to protect something that most people overlooked. The attraction of this coin today is heightened by the global interest in early South African silver. As more collectors explore world coinage, attention moves toward pieces that stand at the intersection of history, craftsmanship, and cultural significance. The 1924 1 shilling coin sits at that crossroads. It carries the weight of a formative national era, displays artistic refinement, and offers collectors a tangible connection to the past. With time, fewer authentic, high-quality examples remain available, and demand grows as collectors compete for the best pieces. Because of this growing demand and the coin's extraordinary scarcity in exceptional condition, it has achieved a level of value that surprises many people encountering it for the first time. But for those who understand the coin's significance, its price represents not just a market trend but recognition of its unique position among rare collectibles. A coin like this does not simply sell. It makes an impression, it creates a moment, and it becomes a centerpiece of any collection fortunate enough to acquire it. Imagine presenting this coin to viewers who appreciate antiques, history, numismatics, or valuable artifacts. The shine of old silver under proper lighting, the crispness of the design, the unmistakable aura of authenticity. All these details draw the eye and hold attention. People want to know where it came from, how it survived, and why it matters. It is the kind of object that sparks curiosity and invites speculation. Someone may wonder what conversations it overheard in 1924, what purchases it helped facilitate, or whose pockets it passed through before ending up in a modern collection. Every viewer will attach their own imagination to it, and that sense of wonder is part of what makes it so compelling. This 1924 South Africa 1 shilling coin is more than an object. It is an encounter with a moment in history that refuses to fade. Its beauty remains, its symbolism remains, and its rarity only grows with each passing year. Collectors around the world seek pieces like this because they understand that true value is built from story, condition, and endurance. When a single item combines all three, it becomes unforgettable. Today, the coin stands valued at $4 million, a testament to its scarcity, its importance, and the powerful fascination it continues to inspire.